Hey, what's going on with it once again? Bros, women, bronies, and pegasisters, the one, the only, of course, Mr. Nintendo Sony Free 2011, aka Criticism Guy 2009, and of course, Nintendo Anime Manga Guide 360. So, without further ado on now, hopefully read the title up above and below. I'm going to try to keep this under 30 minutes. I might do 2-3 parts just in case I get interrupted by a fucking phone call, but I had a lot of spamware and shit in the fucking smartphone. But you know what? I only had it for 2 weeks, so I'm going to cut him some slack. So, without further ado on that, let's get this thing started. So, Sonic Boom. I've been wanting to talk about this since around Sunday, Monday when the trailer came out this past weekend, or past weekend, whatever you want to call it, because we're almost into Friday, which this video will be up by then. So, I'm pretty sure you guys can see a nicer, crystal clear version of that picture, hopefully. Anyways, pretty much, I'm not going to really discuss the whole trailer thing, even though it's like 3 minutes, 50 seconds, but I'm just going to be discussing a lot of the details that I brought along with this. And by the way, I'm not sure if Shadow's actually in the game or not. That was just like a vector from somebody that did like a fan favorite, like artist, whatever you want to call it. They did like a fan drawing of it from DeviantArt, so that's not confirmed yet. But if it ever does end up being confirmed, I may or may not be the first to let you guys know if you haven't heard about it yet. But anyways, let's get into the characters as soon as I get any of them. But as you can see, environment-wise, good fucking lord, I'm telling you right now, this shit is gonna be fucking amazing. Even though I'm gonna probably have 50% of this video is probably gonna be a lot of nitpicking, just in case I do a part 2 or 3 of this video. But as you can tell, the environments are literally out of this fucking world. Good fucking lord! I mean, just look at it. I'm just gonna pause it for a second, maybe longer for a minute. But as you can tell, a lot of the characters and everything like that, you can tell Sonic, I don't know what it was, because a lot of people are making fun of him, comparing that little scarf, as you can see right here. As I'm pointing it around here, as you can tell, it looks like fucking Nathan Drake or some shit. And I'm thinking to myself, as much respect as I have from Naughty Dog when they were making Crash Bandicoot and they teamed up with Spider Dragon, since I'm already a 90s kid already, but you know, I mean, sometimes some of us 90s kids like myself were really hard-headed when we can't accept change, and others around my age, around, I would say, like 19, 20, 21 at the youngest to like 30, 35 at the oldest. So I'm pretty much in between that range because I'm 25. Would pretty much accept change, you know. What can I say, you know? Flip of a dime or whatever. Flip of a switch. What have you. But pretty much, you know, he looks pretty damn cool, you know. I'm going to get into like the character detail. Well, not details, but like the structure and how different they made them. Good fucking lord. I mean, look at that shit. You know, matter of fact, I'm going to exit this out right here and show you how much change that's been done to the Sonic game. I mean, check this shit out. Tails, he still looks kind of the same. He still got his little screwdriver, and he still has his goggles and everything. Maybe they had that in the Sega Dreamcast version a long time ago. As far as that goes, they did make his, like, I don't know what it is. If any people can't tell or not, they kind of made his chin. I'm sorry, it looks all pixelated there. They made like his cheekbone and his chin area. They kind of made it a lot more tinier than it was back in the day. If any of you 90s kids remember that shit, you know what I'm talking about. He still got the 2 tails, so they didn't alter him too much. They did give him different sneakers or whatever. You can't tell very much, but they look like white high Vans tops or something like that. I don't know. And they gave him, of course, they're going to give everyone gloves, but they made their gloves a lot more thicker than they normally were. And they gave him a little small belt right here. So detail-wise, shit doesn't look too bad. You know, I'm going to give it an A+. Of course, the biggest change is obviously Knuckles right here. Knuckles, the Enigma. I can never fucking say that last fucking name, my god. The Agenda, the Enigma. I have no fucking clue. I just call him Knuckles for short. Makes it way easier on me and all you guys butchering his name all the time when they always say his last name. The Amegala. Fuck it, whatever. But, anyways, I can tell he's got a lot of bandages on his arms, so I guess he's been in a lot more fights. I guess they made him a lot more buffier, like if he's on fucking Roid Rage or something like that, because he was actually my more favorite character back in the day, I'm not going to lie. This fucker was boss. Knuckles, he was just straight out G. Especially with the older Sonic game, even though they were like, you know, pretty much out of sync whenever they talked English to Japanese, because it was originally in Japanese. I'm not going to get too much into detail, though. I already did a rant video on it before, like 2-3 months ago. I think it was around December earlier this year, January, when I did that rant on that piece of little fucking shit. Gliger 13 or whatever. You could put, I'll try to put a link down below if you want to see my rant on that guy, because there was actually 2 people that commented, you know, they pretty much agreed with me. So shout out to you people that agreed with me. But other than that, he looks a little bit more different. I'm not gonna lie. They gave him a little bit. The sneakers are the same, except the only difference is they took out the Velcro and they put like silver laces instead of white laces, and they gave him green socks or green tongues of the sneakers. I'm not sure what that's all about, but shout out to the designers for making it. There's that, and then of course another really huge change is Amy Rose, or if any of you early '90s, late '90s kids, maybe late '80s kids. You probably know what I'm talking about here when I say this, but 'cause I've done my research on it. But I remember her original name for the Sega CD. I think that's what it was back in the day, Sega Saturn CD. Her name was Amy the Rascal, obviously, and she had the exact same hairstyle as Sonic. The only difference was it was pink. And she has that little sexual look in her eyes. So this is I'm pretty much talking to all the adults ones right now. So if you got any little kids, parents, if you have children, I pretty much should have said this a lot earlier. Viewer discretion is advised. This bitch looks like she's pretty much Amy Rose. Only not Amy Rose. This Amy Rose in this different universe, because I completely forgot to mention that this one, it's a little bit in a different alternate universe. It's not the same Sonic universe as that we've come to grow, know, and love. If any of our Sonic fans are out there yet, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, they still had her hammer the same. It looks a lot more brown on the edges right here and has a little silver thing right here. Detail tip. She's holding it all fancy because she's sticking out her pinky. I don't know what that is. So yeah, there's that. Her hammer, I don't know why she doesn't have any hearts on her hammer, so it was kind of weird. I'm not sure if they're going to bring that feature back like it did a couple years ago, I think before Sonic Colors. But other than that, another reason I wanted to talk about this is because since I'm a really huge ass Sonic fan, even though there are a few Sonic games out there, unfortunately, didn't make the cut. Let's just put it that way. But I will say this, that we're still enjoyable to play. I never played every single Sonic game out there. I played a lot of super old school ones. Pretty much after PS2 and PS3, I kind of stopped playing Sonic, maybe around 2006, 7-ish. I don't know. Pretty much when I was finishing up high school. That's kind of when I stopped playing it. Not because I hated the franchise or anything. I just kind of got it kind of got a little stale for me, I'm not going to lie. But still the character development, the continuity, the environments that they went through and everything as far as video game logic goes, it was still good stuff. I'm not going to lie. I'll still give that shit 2 thumbs up. But yeah, she kind of has that sexual look desire of Rouge the Bat, or Rouge, however you want to say it. AKA, Shadow's old school girlfriend. But Rouge the Bat, a lot of you people should know about that. Especially if you were into like the fanfic service. My God, I can't even begin to explain about the fanfic service. You're going to have to search that, Google it, Bing it, Yahoo it, whatever other search engine you're using out there yourself. So that's a little bit of the environment right there. So, and the character detail, I already got into the environment, the characters. What else am I missing? Of course, some of these are like fan art, so not all of them are real. Oh, let's talk about Dr. Eggman or Dr. Robotnik, however you want to say his name. So pretty much him. As soon as I find that picture of him, if it's around, and there goes beautiful Amy Rose once again. Nothing new about that. But the thing I want to say about this, look at Dr. Eggman, a.k.a. Originally Dr. Robotnik. They made his shit a lot more serious. They put a lot of strength. They put a lot of steroids in his fucking body to make him a lot more buff than he was. He's not fat like he originally was before in the original thing. But I will tell you people this. I'm not sure if they're going to give him the real old school version of the name. If any of you late 80s, early 90s kids know about this, originally his name was Dr. Robotnik. It wasn't Dr. Eggman until I want to say 99, 2000. I don't know. Around that area of the Sonic universe, along with the PlayStation 1 and N64 universe at that time, and maybe Xbox about a year or two later. But I will say this, his shit looks fucking phenomenal. I love the art detail that they gave him. He looks a lot more sinister. I mean, look at the fucking stash he's rocking. My God. You can't get any more epic than that. He definitely fancied out his stash. I'm not going to lie, Other than that, another reason I wanted to bring up Dr. Eggman, I'm not sure if he's still going to have the Egg Fleet carrier. If any of you people remember that from Sonic Heroes. That shit was fucking balls to the wall amazing. I'm not going to lie. That was pretty much one of the most epic scenes I've ever seen in a video game cutscene throughout my entire life after almost 25 years of gaming. That I will tell you right off the fucking bat. And that bat, not intended, Definitely puns not intended when I'm rhyming. But yeah, the last two things I want to say about him, I don't know if he's still gonna have that one. I forgot what his name was. What was it? Omega or Armageddon? I think that's what his name was. Omegala. I think it was Omega. Trying to copy off of like Transformers. I saw what Sega did there. You know, hopefully Sega and Hasbro don't get into any beef or anything, or Nintendo. You know. But other than that, you know, with Omegala and everything, him, and then like he had Shadow the Hedgehog as his clone because his great grandfather created it from him. There's that. I'm not gonna go too much into history right now, even though I pretty much did. So sorry if you wanted to keep on learning about all that. But if you didn't, but if you did, you know, you're welcome. And I'm not sure if he's gonna have that still. Or I'm not sure if he's gonna have any like, you know, any mere space stations like the Ark. Like in the original Sonic, you know, where he's going out in outer space and fighting Sonic and Shadow. When actually, you know, when Shadow and Sonic are pretty much fighting their last duel in outer space, and one of them dies. Of course, since Shadow's the bad guy, you know, if you played on the evil side, you're pretty much Shadow the Hedgehog trying to destroy Sonic, and if you played on the good side, you're Sonic trying to destroy Shadow. Or, you know, destruction and destroy is pretty much a sugar-coated word for death, killing, murder, you know, if you want to be more blunt about it. But, you know, this was mostly a kid's game most of the time, but people that grew up with it, like I did, such as myself, we have an excuse. But other than that, let's keep on moving with the slideshow here. But yeah, Dr. Eggman, he's looking really epic. You know, they put new rings on him and everything, so that was pretty fucking cool. But overall, the last thing I wanted to talk about, and I'm surprised this wasn't 20 or 30 minutes, it's almost been 12 minutes. The last thing I hopefully they do bring back, hopefully they bring back all the rails. And I know that's Sonic the Lost World, that's not Sonic Boom. I'm completely aware of that. But yeah, other than that, the thing I really want to see them bring back, hopefully they bring back the tag team. Sonic, he's able to grind on the rails like he usually does. I'm not sure if they're going to bring any of his powers like they did in the Lost World back again. And that was only a couple months ago when it came out, so that would be way too recent if they were able to bring all those powers back, like Cyclone, and what else was he? There's a lot of them. Drill, Eagle, there's a Psychokinetic thing. The one character I really want to see brought back, and probably a lot of other people do, is Silver the Hedgehog. He was like probably my second most favorite character next to Shadow, and I would say Sonic, but probably Knuckles. Next to Shadow and Knuckles, because Sonic was probably like my fifth least favorite character, so I wasn't crazy about him. Even though he's pretty much the bread and butter of this fucking franchise. But still, you know, and the person that was a director and producer of Naughty Dog, one of the first people to actually be hired for Naughty Dog back in the mid-late 90s, that actually made Crash Bandicoot. And I know a lot of my old school fans out there are going to love this when I say this shit, but he's one of the people that actually worked on Ratchet and Clank and Jak and Daxter as well. So this dude's got a long-ass fucking resume list, I'm not going to lie. He helped out a lot of people. I think he helped out on like Skyrim, he helped out on fucking what's it called? Skylanders, which I never really gave a shit about. Far Cry, Assassin's Creed, what else? Metal Gear Solid. This dude's been throughout a lot of old school platforming games and a lot of MMO games as well. If any of you people are familiar with that, have any familiarity with that, let me know. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much all I had to say. You could check out the trailer. I'm going to put it down below. I might do a separate video. I might do a reaction video to that, probably Friday, Saturday. Don't quote me on that, but that's all I had to say. So I'm going to stop rambling, shut the hell up now, so I'll leave the link down below if I'm able to, because like I said, my cooling fan for my computer is going to be about 2-3 months pretty much out of order for a little while, so I'm going to have to use one of my roommates' laptops like this one right here that I'm using, so that way I'll be able to upload videos a little bit more frequently instead of less frequently, but you're probably going to see 1 to 2 videos at the most a day, like I always say. But that's all I had to say for now, so like I always do say, peace out, bros, women, bronies, and pegasisters. I will see you when I see you guys. Have a good day. Have a good night, wherever you're at around the world. Don't drink, smoke weed at the same time. Don't do anything reckless. See you soon. See you around. Peace out, ladies. Goodbye. And I'll pretty much talk to you next time, alright? Deuces, I'm gone. I'm getting the fuck out of here. And yeah, be safe, be easy, and goodbye. I'm out.